Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine. Today's topic is regarding how have you evolved and changed over the years. There are three piles. The timestamps for each pile will be in the description box in the comments section below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section. I do want to thank everyone for all the support I've received. As always, I greatly appreciate it. I do thank you for clicking on this video today, and hopefully the readings in this specific video will resonate with you as well. And if you're interested, you can return to the channel for other videos, other readings, and other topics. And other than that, let's go ahead and jump into each one of your readings. Welcome to your reading pile 1 regarding how have you evolved and changed over the years. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify those cards and then we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. So the first card that came out for you is the Nine of Cups, then the Knight of Swords, followed by the Eight of Wands, and then the Lover's card. And the fifth and final card out for your reading is the Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck energy is the Eight of Cups. So the way that you've changed over the years is what you will allow for yourself and what you will allow in your connections. With the Nine of Cups coming out, this is self satisfaction, right? This is when you have self-love and you're focused on things that fulfill you, things that inspire you, things that light you up in a good way, things that make you happy. You're focused on self-love and things that are self-serving, not in a selfish way. With the Nine of Cups, this is just you enjoying being in your independent energy and finding wholeness in yourself. Okay, and this could have came because maybe in the past with this Lover's card next to the Seven of Swords, the Lover's card can be a card of romance, but it's also a card of connections and harmony and love and relationships overall. And then the Seven of Swords is a card of deception and betrayal, backstabbing, underhanded energy. And with those two coming out and the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups leaving behind what no longer serves you, you have chosen to walk away from any connections, any person, any relationship of any kind that is deceptive and not for your highest good. No matter how you feel about the people, no matter what the connection has been over time, you are now with this Nine of Cups energy are putting yourself first. So how you've changed, you started putting yourself first. You started only choosing people, environments, circumstances, and situations that serve your highest good. And in the past, you could have put other people above yourself, or you could have had a sense of loyalty to other people that even it was to the point where even if it didn't serve you, or even if maybe you've seen some red flags, you allowed your heart and how you feel and your love for the other people to supersede what was best for you. Nine of Cups energy is putting you first. Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck is walking away from things and people that don't serve you. Now, with the Knight of Swords here, again, this is you taking back your power, especially since it comes out after the Nine of Cups of self-love. You took back your power, and with the Knight of Swords energy, you moved because Knight is moving energy. It's like moving away from something, moving towards something. In this case, you moved on from any and all connections. You, with that Swords energy, you cut those ties. You cut those connections. With the Eight of Wands, these could have been very intense, close connections that have been in your life for a while. It could have been family, it could have been lovers, it could have been close friends or quote unquote best friends. It didn't matter. Anyone that has been showing up in that Seven of Swords energy with that Knight of Swords, you cut it out. With the Eight of Cups, you literally moved away. And with the Eight of Wands, you did this quickly. So maybe you had a moment of clarity, or maybe you went through some sort of a transformation where you started seeing clearly, the rose-colored glasses came off, and you got to a point where maybe you had enough of dealing with people that showed up with lies and betrayal, and they were sneaky, or they were, low-key haters. They were people who just were maybe envious and jealous, and they never had your best interest at heart. These were people that put themselves before you, even when you were putting them before yourself. And then you kind of went through a shift. You could have went through a dark night of the soul. You could have went through just a moment of clarity where you realized that you were not happy. And then you started realizing that a big part of the reason you weren't happy was because you were allowing yourself to be betrayed and disrespected right in your face. Even if it wasn't clear before, you went through something that transformed you. So you could have went through some sort of a relationship or a connection or friendship that ended so badly, or that had such a profound effect on you, that it caused you to realize, in the grand scheme of things, exactly what type of path you had been on, and you just had enough. It was like maybe something put the nail in the coffin for you, and you realized that if you didn't start putting yourself first, you would continue to draw in people who didn't put you first either, or who didn't value you. So you've changed over the years. So a lot of the people that you were in connections with, you could have had friendships, romantic relationships, um, business partners, family. You could have had a lot of people that you cut out, that you no longer deal with. Like those people are in your past and you didn't allow them to come into your present. And for those that you still are cordial with, you're just that cordial. Like you deal with them as necessary, but there's still, with this Knight of Swords energy, there's still a lot of boundaries. You're also more bold now. Not only are you more bold with this Knight of Swords of speaking up for yourself and defending yourself and setting boundaries with others, but you're more bolder in your approach and your actions towards what you desire. Maybe before you didn't make decisions or take actions based on what fulfilled you, if other people had something to say about it, or if it caused some sort of chaos or disruption or disagreement with others. And now you're only looking at this Nine of Cups energy of, well, it's not for you, it's for me. So the way you've changed is you found self-love. You found self-love. And it's to the point now where you realize you'd rather be alone and happy in your own energy than dumbing yourself down and dimming your own light to have people around you who they really don't care about you at all, or they don't show it in the way they speak to you and the way they deal with you. This type of energy usually comes out when you have had a lot of patterns, right? So maybe you had a lot of similar people come into your life in different roles. So you may have had friends that, would gossip about you behind your back, or lovers who were deceptive or cheating or manipulative or using you. Or you had family that took advantage of you and used your loyalty and your kindness for others against you. And then this situation and this dynamic could have kept coming up and repeating itself in your life in various relationships and situations until you finally had enough. And with that Knight of Swords energy, you put your foot down. You started defending yourself, because Knight of Swords is a card of defending one's beliefs and one's own honor. And it's coming in before the Knight of Cups of defending, your own self-love, what serves you. And these people, I don't know how they may have taken it, but with this energy here, the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, I don't think you care very much. I think you got to a point where you started matching energy. For those that you didn't cut out, you started matching energy. And for those that you did cut out that seemed to have something to say or seemed to kind of be combative about it, you, with this Eight of Wands, you kind of chose violence. I don't mean that necessarily in a literal way, although you could have, but what I mean by that is with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, you got to a point where you said enough is enough, and your approach to cutting this out may not have been the most pleasant. Now, with the Nine of Cups energy, you could have moved with a bit of grace and demure. And with the Eight of Cups, yeah, you could have just walked away quietly. But with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, some of these connections, I think you kind of spoke your piece. Like after years of enduring so much, you probably came out swinging, right? Again, not literally, I would hope, but it's possible. But you kind of let people have it. You let them know how you felt. And you kind of, things that you had been holding in and bottling up all those years, you kind of verbally unleashed it, because Knight of Swords is communication. This is someone that's a messenger. And it's Knight of Swords is what the sword is going to battle to speak on one's behalf and defend one's behalf. And you basically have more than likely put these people in their place, plain and simple, and you cut the connections off thereafter. And it could have been difficult. Everybody's story is different. Some people, it's harder for them to walk away from situations than others. But in this case, for you to be in a Knight of Swords and Eight of Wands energy, this means that you had endured a lot of this repetitive toxic energy from people, and you probably would give people a lot of chances to change and do better, or you would hope that they would change or do better, and you could have spoken up and maybe have been ignored, because people maybe didn't have a lot of respect for you because they have been allowed to do so much and get away with so much. Well, now that is not the case. Now you live in the moment, and in the moment, if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't fulfill you, if it doesn't align with the way you view yourself and the positive energy that you want in your life, if it doesn't give the same level of love to you that you give to yourself and that you give to it or to them, if it's people, you're out. With this eight of cups energy, you're willing to walk away from these connections and people and situations much quicker than you were before. And you probably are able to notice the red flags a lot quicker, because once you get to this point, you went through some sort of transformation, so your intuition is usually more heightened and you're more inclined to set boundaries up front. So at this point, people might see your boundaries from a mile away. People might see your boundaries. With the Eight of Wands, you became you loving, right? With the Nine of Cups, loving, but with this Eight of Wands and Knight of Swords, you became a powerhouse. You literally took your power back, because Eight of Wands energy is power. It's intensity. It's passionate energy, right? And then the Knight of Swords is going into battle to take back and to defend. So you literally took your power back from these people. You took your power back from these connections. And now, in the moment, you're in the Knight of Cups, where you are focused on loving on yourself. And you're only focused on and allowing in energies and situations that will fuel that and feed that energy. You're only willing to give to things and people and situations that are willing to match and give that same love and joy back to you. And that is how you have changed over the years. And that is how you have evolved over the years. If that resonated, please feel free to like, subscribe, let me know. And if you're interested, you can go back to the channel and check out other videos, other topics, and other readings. Thank you. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading regarding how have you evolved and changed over the years. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify the cards that came out, and then we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Queen of Swords. It's followed by the Knight of Cups, which is followed by the Two of Cups, and then the Five of Swords. And the fifth and final card out for you is the Fool card. Bottom of the deck energy is the Nine of Wands. So what I'm getting is how you've evolved and changed over the years it has a lot to do with some sort of a connection, some sort of a marriage or a relationship ending played a huge role in transforming who you became as a person. So the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords energy that's coming out here is suggesting to me that going through this relationship helped you to find your voice and learn how to set clear boundaries. Because you have the Knight of Cups coming out, which is like a knight in shining armor. This is a Prince Charming of sorts that comes in to make a love offer. And then following that card is the Two of Cups, which represents you've accepted this offer and now you guys have went into this loving union together as either husband and wife or just in a long-term connection. What follows thereafter is the Five of Swords, meaning that this union, this connection, this offer that this person made ended up turning out to be one of disappointment, a lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguing, a lot of sneaky behavior, a lot of bullying. Maybe this person made you feel like you didn't have a voice, or if you would speak up, they would create so much disharmony that it would make you feel defeated. And so you'd keep quiet, or maybe try to not, ruffle any feathers to keep the peace. So this person may have made you feel like you didn't have a voice, or they could have gaslighted you, like they gaslighted you and made you feel like you were crazy, or maybe they manipulated the situation and tried to turn situations around on you. Okay, and it made you question yourself. It kind of clouded your judgment, maybe, and it allowed this person to continue to move in this energy. Mind you, this person's coming out as the Knight of Cups. He is not coming out as the King of Cups, which means that this person never really matured in this connection. This person never evolved into the King of Cups, who had emotional balance, emotional stability, emotional intelligence, and maturity. This person stayed at a Knight, meaning that this could have also been a person who was constantly, like the knight on the horse with his cup, off looking for other people to offer his cup of love to. So this person could have been unfaithful, or maybe there was suspicion of this person being unfaithful, and that could have been what caused so much disagreements and chaos. The sneaky behavior could have been that this person was off on that horse offering his cup of love, even though you guys were in a connection together. But with this Queen of Swords energy, you reached some sort of a pivotal point where you stepped into your power as this Queen of Swords, and you used that sword to cut this connection out. You spoke up and you would not be silenced when all was said and done. The Nine of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, suggesting that you This took a lot of courage and resilience from you, and this also built you up and strengthened you. And it provided you with a lot more courage and resilience in your overall aura and energy and approach to life. The Nine of Wands is like a last stand card, and with the Queen of Swords sitting on the throne with her sword, this is representative of each other. You made a last stand. You basically, as the Queen of Swords, called judgment on this connection. You told this person about themselves. You made it clear that you were setting boundaries, and you refused to budge. The Queen of Swords does not budge. She said what she means, and she means what she says. When she makes a decision, that decision is final. She's also usually an independent individual. So, with that being said, you found yourself as independent and single after ending this connection, and you are fine with that. The Queen of Swords loves being on her own because she realizes that she has her power, her authority, and she's well respected. And she's willing to stay that way if no one is willing to abide by the boundaries that she has set. So now you are on the Fool's journey, because the Fool comes out after that Five of Swords energy, meaning that the Fool is a new beginning. After ending this conflict and this disgruntled connection, you basically went off on a new beginning with happiness. With the Fool energy, you went from being pessimistic in this connection, probably dark and gloomy, and maybe not seeing the joys of life or not really being excited about life, excuse me, to now being in the Fool energy of moving with blind faith, walking by faith, making decisions by faith, basically expecting and welcoming in life to bring in more positive possibilities, opportunities, and experiences for you. It's as if you know that after going through this darkness and passing this test, finding your voice and your power, you deserve better, and you're trusting life to give that to you. You have become more courageous. This is how you've evolved. This connection has helped you to find your voice. And now that you found it, you're out in this world exploring, possibly independent on your own, and you are loving life now. You are happy. It's maybe leaving this connection lifted a cloud from over your head. Maybe you felt very clouded and directionless in this connection. Maybe it was a lot of dark energy. There was never any peace and harmony because your boundaries were constantly being crossed. And maybe because you love this person and you were committed to this person, you allowed this, even when you knew that it was a situation that was not fair to you. You allowed it because maybe you expected for it to change. And with this person coming in as the knight in shining armor and Prince Charming, this person could have been very deceptive with that energy, meaning that they were able to mask who they really were and show up as this wonderful, loving being. But once they got you where they wanted you, their true nature came out. And it could have came after marriage or after you've already had, became parents together, or you had already, got in a business together, or in a contract of some sort, like in a home. And then this person allowed their true colors to show. And maybe they felt like you would never leave, because with this Five of Swords energy, they felt like they were able to silence you and you weren't able to use your voice. And if you did, they were able to gaslight you. You found your voice. This helped you to change. Whether this person knew it or not, what they did and the experience that you went through in this actually made you better. It propelled you. And now that you're in your Queen of Swords energy, the next partner that you're more likely to draw in, if you haven't already, is someone that's going to be in a king energy, whether that be the King of Cups or the King of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You're going to draw on somebody that's going to abide by those boundaries, because now you're sharp. Your intuition is heightened, and now you're willing to be alone if you have to, before you would go back into any other connection that will undermine you again. That is how you've changed over life. Some sort of a connection or marriage or relationship helped you to transform into a better, stronger, more resilient, positive, and authority over yourself. And that's basically what I'm getting here. Now, if that message did resonate, please feel free to subscribe, and let me know in the comments. And if you're interested, you can return to my channel for other readings and other topics and other videos. Thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding how have you evolved and changed over the years. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify the cards that came out for you, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Knight of Pentacles. It's followed by the Death card, which is followed by the King of Swords, and then the Three of Cups. The fifth and final card out for you is the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck energy is the Emperor. So, what I'm getting from your read is how you've changed is perhaps in the past you were traveling down a path or making decisions or working towards goals that other people set for you or based on societal's status quo of what you should be doing. Maybe you were pursuing a career or a degree or a major or even working a regular 9 to 5 job because maybe that's what you thought was what you were supposed to do, or more specifically, that's what the people around you wanted for you. So maybe you had people around you that had set a standard for you to measure up to and set a path that they felt was more in alignment with you. And it wasn't one that really is what you wanted for yourself, but maybe you went along with it for a while. But the Knight of Pentacles energy is typically slow moving energy. So you were more than likely pursuing something, but it may have been taking a while or it's something that would have taken a while, which means that not only were you doing something that you pursuing something you really didn't want, but it was dragging on. And this might have drained you and put you in a dark place because what follows the Knight of Pentacles is the Death card. And I'm looking at the cards, and then the Knight of Pentacles, he's on the horse and he's traveling in this direction with this color around him, but moving slow. He realized this is going to be a long, dragging out journey. And then the death card is the exact same image, almost identical on the horse, except there's darkness around him. It's black and white energy, meaning that this journey and this that he's been on, this path he's headed, this goal that he's pursuing, is draining him. It's taking the color and the joy and the spark from him and from his environment and from his life. Now, what comes after that is the King of Swords. So, what this suggests is with the Knight of Pentacles and the Death card going into the King of Swords, you made a change. At some point, there was a significant transformation because where the Death card comes in after the Knight of Pentacles, that means whatever journey this is that you were on, whatever path you were on, whatever guidance or what have you that you were getting from others on what you should be doing or what they wanted you to do, you ended it. You ended it and you started a new beginning with that death card. That's death and rebirth. When you started this new beginning, you stepped into a King of Swords energy, meaning you became the authority over your own life. You started making your own decisions. You no longer were seeking out the validation and approval of others. You did what felt right to you. You found mental clarity and you found what made you happy. So the journey you were on before was maybe to get validation from others, or you felt like it's what you needed to do for people to like you or for you to look like you were doing something of value to others, but in your heart, there was something else calling for you. So, with this King of Swords energy, you now being your own authority, you used your voice, you spoke up because the King of Swords is communication. You spoke up, you made yourself, heard, let them know that you were no longer going to pursue this. You have made a choice to go after what you want, and then that's that. Then the Three of Cups comes in with the Hierophant card. So also once you moved into this new direction, this new career, this new degree, this new project or whatever it is, perhaps you also found the soul tribe. So maybe you found like-minded people that think like you. So it's like maybe you left an environment where people set a standard for you and wanted to tell you what to do. Because mind you, the Knight of Pentacles energy is you following, right? This is you on the horse and you're following orders. But with the King of Swords energy you stepped into, you're the king. People come to you for orders, and more importantly, you follow your own orders. And the people around you now in your present, after you moved out of this old energy, now you probably have people around you who pour into you. They're like-minded souls. These might be people that march to the beat of their own drum, or they could be working in the same career as you, or you could be working with these people together to build up the same project or business or pursuing the same degree. These would be like people who encourage you to walk by the beat of your own drum. They encourage you to be in your own power and to do all the positive, beautiful things that make you happy. And they celebrate your victories with you. They celebrate your independence and your unique energy. They celebrate your wins and your goals. They celebrate everything that you do that fulfills you. These are not people that have expectations for you to walk by. These are not people that expect you to follow what they want you to do or make you feel like you need their validation. These are people that love who you are and they love the energy you're in because it's what makes you happy and you return the favor. And with the Hierophant being at the end, like I said, again, that's social norms. That's needing to follow social norms. So you no longer care about validating what other people want for you. You no longer care about getting that validation from others. You no longer care about marching to the beat of other people's drum, because before you were headed in the wrong direction, and you were headed in that direction very slowly. And once you switch gears, perhaps you achieved what you wanted much quicker, or you are achieving it much quicker. You're more confident now. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles takes his time to plan out what he's doing, because the journey he's on is going to take a while to build this empire. But the King of Swords has his empire. Okay, he knows what he wants, he knows where he's going. There's no need for him to necessarily plan, because he is the order and guidance for himself and everyone around him. In this case, it's specifically you're the guidance for yourself. So in this case, with this Hierophant energy, you no longer care about how people feel about your life choices. If it makes you happy, it's not hurting anyone, and it's helping you find joy in life, that is what you desire. And then you have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. You are your own authority. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You are your own authority. You see yourself. You now follow your own inner guidance. Okay. You now are divinely guided. You are now following your intuition. You are now following your heart. You are now following that nudge, that intuitive nudge. You're no longer allowing other people to set a guidance light for you. You're no longer allowing yourself to be guided by others. You are only being divinely guided. If it does not feel like it's intuitively where you're divinely led, if it doesn't feel like something that is calling to you from a place of love and joy and what your heart desires, you're not going down that path. You are now your own spiritual leader. And you also now seek the spiritual leader of a higher power, not that of those around you. And the people that are around you now more than likely encourage you that way, because these are probably also other spiritual beings. These are probably also other creative energies. You could have went into something creative, because the King of Swords gave me creativity, right? So you could have went into something that's about teaching, or something that's about politics or law or the military. It could even be it could be something like psychology, a therapist, something to do with mental energy, something to do with research. It could be something that maybe other people felt was a waste of time or energy. Even if it's none of those other aforementioned career fields or industries, it's something that the people of your past didn't see value in, and they felt like a different path would have made you happier. You have changed in life because you no longer are looking for validation from others. You seek your own authority. You are now confident. You're strong. You now set boundaries, and you now only are willing to surround yourself with people that value you because of who you are, and not because of what they want you to live up to, not because of the standards that they set for you, not because of this image that they want you to have. So you could have had family or parents or someone around you that wanted you to follow a certain beat path because it made them look good, or friends that wanted you to reach a certain status quo because that's what they were forced to follow, and that's what they wanted to follow, and they wanted you to do like they were doing. You're no longer concerned with that. You've changed in life because now you are your own leader. You are no longer a knight following other people's orders. You follow divine orders now. And I believe you have found fulfillment with this energy, because you're the Emperor, you're the King of Swords. You have the Three of Cups. Now you're celebrating and you're joyous. You're no longer in that dark death energy. You went from the black and white on the horse, drudging through, unhappy and depressed, to Three of Cups, celebrating, lifting up cups with people that love and admire you. That's how you've transformed in life. You are your own authority, and you seek your own validation. Okay, so I'm going to leave your reading there. If it resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments. And if you're interested, you can return to the channel for other topics and other readings and other videos. Thank you.